So on the early morning of March 23rd, 2008, this ship called the Alaska Ranger started taking on water in its boiler room. It just started leaking, and all of a sudden, in a few minutes, the ship started sinking. There were 47 sailors aboard the Alaska Ranger. They only had a few minutes to put on their survival suits because this is the Bering Sea. This water is so cold that if you're not wearing one of these survival suits, you'll die in minutes. The water is freezing cold. 20 of the sailors made it into the life raft, and that meant 27 of the sailors ended up in the sea. They were floating in the Pacific Ocean, frigid March waters, in the dark, with just a few hours to live, even with the survival suits on. One of the sailors who was tossed in the sea was a man named Ryan Shuck. And unfortunately for him, he didn't have a life suit that fit him. It was too big. And so all this cold water came rushing into his suit, and he was in the ocean, freezing to death, wondering if he's going to survive at all, and thinking, well, this is it. I might as well open my life suit and just end it all. But then, in that moment, as he was about to do that, he saw a helicopter flying overhead. The captain had radioed, "Mayday, mayday, our ship is going down." And for 2 hours they waited, but then just as he was about to give up, this helicopter came right over Ryan Shuck, one of the sailors. Shined its light down on him in the water, this rescue diver coming down from the sky. And he grabbed onto him and pulled him to safety, so he lived. He was the first one pulled out of the water that night. They were able to rescue 22 more of the sailors, but 5 of them sadly passed away. Now, why I'm telling you this story is because Ryan's situation as he's in the ocean and he knows without rescue he will die is an excellent picture for how as Christians we look at what God did for us, right? God has sent us a rescuer, Jesus, to save us from our sins. And he wants to pull us to safety like he pulls Ryan.